Tonight, a little music to get you in the holiday spirit.
Plus, youngsters take lessons from Troy band instructors. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the High Definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for December 2nd, 2011. I'm Bailey Majors.
And I'm Courtney Steele. Thank you for joining us this evening. There was a huge crowd last night for Troy University's Sound of the Season concert to prepare for the holiday season. The College of Communications and Fine Arts Department opened for the public a night of music, singing, and Yuletide fun. Deatra Montgomery has the story.
Troy University's College of Communication and Fine Arts opened the holiday season with its Sounds of the Season performance in Claudia Crosby Theater. And although the theater can only hold so many people, that did not stop the crowds from coming in to enjoy the music.
This is the kind of audience we like to have. It was literally standing room only, and everybody was glued to their seats. It was wonderful. We would love to have every one of our concerts filled like this. This was a tremendous excitement for us.
The concert was held to give a holiday celebration to the public and also for the opening of the middle school Southeastern Honor Band and Clinic.
There are two purposes to the extravaganza that we did tonight. The first one is to give a wonderful Christmas gift to our community and to the university. And the second one is to celebrate middle school Seuss. There were about 400 middle school kids that were here today that are here for a 3-day workshop and concert session.
For some students, the concert was an experience and a night to remember.
My favorite part was when the audience got to join along with the choir. It was a really good experience.
With the singing, music, and even the lighting of the Christmas tree, an event like this could finally get students into the Christmas spirit.
All through Thanksgiving break, going to Walmart or anywhere, I kept seeing Christmas trees up and thinking, it's so not time for Christmas yet. But today, being December 1st, and with it being a little chilly out tonight, and watching the performance and the tree lighting ceremony, I'm really into Christmas now. I'm really excited about this season.
There is nothing but high hopes and expectations for next year's performance.
Because this was just, wall-to-wall people and an extravaganza, anyone that is watching this program is going to see that we had tons of people here.
Deatra Montgomery, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The College of Communication and Fine Arts held this concert in order to ring in the Christmas holiday season.
And while Troy students were playing their instruments last night for the concert, middle school students from across the Southeast were rehearsing this morning with music instructors, awaiting their turn to shine on the stage. Rachel Ellis has the details of the honors of being selected for Seuss.
Around 1,000 middle school students apply to come to the Southeastern United States Concert Band Clinic at Troy University, and less than half of them are accepted.
After that, they come and they audition for chair placement, and they're placed in different groups based on their ability levels. And of course, everybody tries to be in the best band and the best chair. What a wonderful thing for them to want to be the best they possibly can be. And it is an honor, but it's also an honor just to be here.
And some of the students said they'd been preparing for months just for that audition. And most had the jitters, to say the least.
I was crazy nervous.
I've been practicing for so long, and it's just a relief to be able to even get into Gold Band at all.
It makes me feel that I was pretty good because I got second chair, and it was a hard achievement for me to do. I've been sight reading. My band director gave me some music to sight read and all, so you just have to know your scales.
It's a prestigious honor. I'm very excited and happy to do it.
The inspiration behind the young musicians' talents? Troy's own Sound of the South.
The Sound of the South, the marching band itself just blows my mind away.
And for others, they're hoping all of their hard work now creates a greater reward in the near future.
I'm hoping that it'll probably just help with my scholarship and everything so that I can get through college pretty easily.
Even though if I do make a couple mistakes, it's not going to affect my entire music career, so it's going to give me a little bit more confidence in myself.
What a great thing for them to already be thinking about going to college and improving their lives, and we're certainly encouraged that. And yes, we can look at many of them and say that child has lots of talent, and if they continue on, we really look forward to having them here someday.
Rachel Ellis, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The high school Seuss concert band clinic will take place in February. Well, Courtney, art lovers in Troy have a new exhibit to enjoy.
That's right, Bailey. For the month of December, there will be an exhibit at the Johnson Center called Roots. Jeffrey Lewis has more.
Roots is the name of the holiday exhibit being put on display at the Johnson Center of the Arts. Local artists were asked to donate pieces of work for everyone to enjoy.
Welcome to our new exhibit, the Roots exhibit, The Artists of Pike County. There are over 60 artists represented here in this show, all of them from Pike County and Troy area. We're very proud and very pleased at the amount of talent that's here in this community and wanted to share it with our community for the holiday season.
4 of the artists whose work is on display are part of the Troy University faculty. Pamela Allen is one of those 4. She explains the connection between her childhood memories and one of her paintings.
Swamp City is a memory, a childhood memory. I grew up in Florida. Now, most people think of Florida as beaches and, you know, sunshine. Well, I'm in the central part that's kind of swampy. And I remember the pond behind the house and the, you know, kind of eerie and frogs chirping at night. So that's what that painting is about.
Usually the art is brought in from all around, but this time the Johnson Center of the Arts, they're doing things a little differently. All the artists featured here today are local artists from around Pike County. This proves that talented people live right here in the community.
Sense of pride. I would really hope that the people that come and see this exhibit bring home a sense of pride that they live in a community that's surrounded by so much talent, and just hopefully they will really enjoy it and maybe go away and feel a little better about themselves, the holiday, where they live.
The Roots exhibit will be up for the rest of the month of December. Jeffrey Lewis, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Once again, Roots will be on display throughout December. The Johnson Center of the Arts is open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, the man accused of firing shots inside the main post office in Alabama's capital city was a postal employee who was carrying 2 guns while he reported for his shift. A spokeswoman for the U.S. Attorney Office says the man showed up for work and began firing shots in the mail processing room about 6:30 last night in Montgomery.
After confusion and some misgivings from some police about how to enforce Alabama's new immigration crackdown, the state is requiring special training in the law for more than 16,000 law officers. That's every sworn officer in the state. Alabama's head of police training says more than 1,000 have already been instructed on the law, and thousands more will go through the classes this month.
A South Alabama defense lawyer is asking courts to delay criminal trials until officials remove a courthouse Christmas tree that's decorated with crime victim photos. Dothan attorney Billy Joe Sheffield II filed motions asking courts to delay trials for as many as 15 clients because of the tree in the Houston County Courthouse.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, tomorrow is the day, the final game of the Trojan football season. Danielle Percival will let us know what's going on in Trojan sports.
But first, the unemployment rate fell last month to the lowest level in over 2 years. We'll have the details when we come back.
I'm Danielle Nottingham at the White House. Coming up, unemployment is down, but can the president and Congress keep the economy on track?
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
There's a lot more to somebody being successful in society than just their diploma. We're in the business of making well-rounded individuals.
They taught me so much more than skills. At Troy, they truly believe that one person can make a difference.
We want to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, the body to act. We're not trying to be all things to all people, but what we do very well.
Troy University, in class, online, within reach. Troy.edu.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
The country's unemployment rate dipped sharply last month as more people found work or just gave up on their job search.
Now President Obama is pushing Congress to agree on a plan to keep the economy moving before lawmakers go for their holiday break. Danielle Nottingham reports from the White House.
The unemployment rate is at its lowest point in 2.5 years, falling to 8.6% last month. Despite the drop, about 13 million Americans are still looking for work, including Barry Hare. In September, he was laid off for the third time in 10 years.
I had no idea that this would come or that it would come so soon.
Hare is looking for a new job, but many Americans have just given up. That means they're no longer counted when the government adds up people who are unemployed every month.
More than 300,000 Americans left the labor force last month. That means they stopped looking for work. And I think we should all be concerned about that.
The White House points out private companies added 140,000 jobs last month. Many of them were retail positions as stores geared up for the holiday shopping season.
The American economy has now created in the private sector jobs for the past 21 months in a row.
President Obama welcomed Friday's drop in the unemployment rate and pushed Congress to find a compromise that will keep the economy moving. Lawmakers are trying to agree on a plan to extend a popular tax break and emergency unemployment insurance.
It's time to step on the gas. We need to get this done.
If Congress doesn't act by December 31st, more than 150 million Americans will lose about $1,000 additional dollars they saw in their paychecks this year. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the White House.
And now Danielle Percival joins us with sports.
Well, Danielle, this time of year, football is the hot topic, but for Trojan football, things are starting to wrap up.
That's right. As you mentioned earlier, the final game of the season is tomorrow, so let's get into that right now. The Trojan football team has not had success on the road this season, sitting at 0-5 away from Veterans Memorial Stadium. It has been almost a year to the day since their last road win, which came against Florida Atlantic December 4th, 2010. But their last chance to get a road victory this season will come against the only Sun Belt team with an undefeated record in conference play. The Trojans began the season with the search for 6. With a chance for a 6th straight Sun Belt Conference out of sight, Saturday presents the opportunity for Troy to extend another streak. The Trojans have won 4 in a row against Arkansas State, but getting to 5 will be difficult against the team at the top of the conference standings.
We got to tee it up against the best team in the league. Very obvious on tape that they're at a different speed, different level than the other teams that I've seen them play. And got 27 seniors. They all just about play either a starting role or a backup role. Very well coached football team, both sides of the ball, and special teams, so we'll have our hands full.
The Trojans' last loss to the Red Wolves came in 2006 at home, 33-26. The last 2 games have been decided by a touchdown or less, and Blakeney says it all
depends, I think, on who's motivated and how good we are. I hope that we've got enough able-bodied people to execute a winning plan, and that's what we're trying to get done.
Heading into Saturday's matchup, the Trojans have the chance to play the role of spoiler as the Red Wolves post an undefeated conference record. But according to defensive tackle Tony Davis, that's not the only thing motivating this team.
I just motivate just to win, period. I mean, we've been desperate for a win for a while. I mean, we got one a couple weeks ago, but I mean, it's definitely will be sweet to get this one against the #1 team in the Sun Belt.
That would feel great. I mean, we're going to prepare and play them like everybody else. We're going to play as hard as we can, put it like that. We're going to do our best to try and knock them off.
The last time the Trojans were winless on the road was in 2002 when they finished with a final record of 4-8. They'll look to avoid going winless away from the home crowd this year when they face Arkansas State Saturday. Game time is set for 3:30. Coming off a victory Tuesday night over East Tennessee State, the men's basketball team will look to go over 500 for the first time this season, and they get the chance to do so at home. The Trojans face Miami of Ohio tomorrow night. Tuesday, the Trojans sought revenge for a loss earlier in the season against ETSU, and tomorrow they might have revenge on their minds again. Troy lost a close one to Miami of Ohio last season, 80-73. The Redhawks come in at 2-3, but have close losses to some top 25 teams in Xavier and Cincinnati. Head coach Don Maestri says the Trojans' win on Tuesday night gave them some much-needed momentum heading into Saturday.
This is the Saturday's game. It doesn't guarantee we're going to win the game, but it does say we're going to come out here and try to play this game and think we have a chance to win. If we wouldn't have won tonight, I don't think we have any chance at it. And I'm not saying it, mean we're going to win, but it does give us a hope.
Tip-off for tomorrow night's matchup is set for 7 o'clock in Sartain Arena. And just a day later, the women's team will be hitting the hardwood, though not on their home court. They'll be on the road to Jacksonville to take on Jax State Sunday afternoon at 2. The Gamecocks will enter the matchup with a 2-6 record, while the Trojans will be looking to pick up their first win of the year. And what better way to get it than to whoop Jax State? Again, tip-off is set for 2 o'clock on Sunday. So Bailey, Courtney, we're getting ready to wrap up football season. Still got Trojan sports action to talk about, though, because we've got the basketball teams that are going to be in action. So football isn't going to be at home, but the men's basketball team will be in action Saturday night. So Trojan fans, get out there and support them.
Definitely. And once again, we want everyone to give us a win.
That's right.
Thank you, Danielle. Thanks.
Coming up on TrojanVision Nightly News, Aaron Taylor will show us more about the study abroad program. That story is next.
Plus, we saw warmer temperatures this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Does that mean we will have a pleasant weekend ahead? Kayla?
Well, Courtney, we have some desirable weather on the way. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
At the heart of what we do in the College of Business is care for the student.
It's a personal thing with the students. We feel like the students are our most important asset, our most important product.
I have never been anywhere where I've known so many students on first name basis. They stop by socially to talk to.
So we understand who our students are, and we're trying to help them be better in their areas of professional work.
My colleagues and I work together to create programs that our students need.
What we try to do at Troy University is provide an experience to students that not only provide the curriculum that allows them to be successful in the business world, but we also try to expand their horizons to reach greater opportunities that maybe they didn't think they were capable of before.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning TrojanVision Nightly News.
And now, Kayla, Sheila will join us for a little bit of weather.
So Kayla, kind of some wacky weather this week. You know, we started off really cold, but we progressively got warmer. The sun was shining. What can we expect going into the weekend?
You know what? We got a beautiful weekend coming up, but next week it's going to kind of go back to what we had earlier this week. But I'll get to that in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our campus snapshot. We can see that the sun has set, and we had a beautiful night with clear skies. Coming up with our current conditions, we have clear skies, temperature at 62, dew point at 36, humidity at 38%, and it's still rising. Barometers at 30.38 and steady. Winds are coming from the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour. Our today's stats were with a high of 66 and a low of 32. We had no precipitation today. Sunrise was at 6:28 this morning, and sunset was at 4:41 tonight. Now let's take a look at temperatures across the state. We see Mobile at 64, Huntsville at 59, Birmingham at 61, Montgomery at 62, Troy at 62, Phoenix City at 64, Dothan at 61, and it was all sunny today. Current temperatures across the southeast, we can see that there was 70s down in Florida, ranging in the 60s in our area, Alabama, Georgia, and all of that. But out in the west a little bit more, towards Oklahoma, they were at the low of 40. So a wider span, we can see that there's 30s and 40s all the way across in the Midwest, and then taking a look out further west in the Rocky Mountain area, they're reaching freezing temperatures at 27. So we can see that there's a lot of differentiation in temperatures. But our differences for the highest for different temperatures from highs is we had a 28-degree difference from normal, and then out in Texas there was a 28-degree difference. Now for our current surface map, we can see that we have a high pressure system almost in the Great Lakes area, and with a cold front that's pushing towards our way, and we had a high pressure system that was keeping us nice weather for this week. But out in the west, there's going to be lots of pressure systems that are coming through from Mexico into Texas, and we'll see that right here with a closer look first. Alabama's got that high pressure system, as I said before. Now look at the precipitation forecast for this week. We see that there's a lot of snow and rain that are coming in, and they're starting to creep in through the next 48 hours. So we'll see that coming up next week. But for Saturday, we are all clear. Coming up on Sunday, clear again. Monday, we're slowly going to precipitation is going to start coming into the area. But then on Tuesday, we're definitely going to get hit hard with some rain. But tonight's forecast, we got some clear skies, some variable winds coming from the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour with a low of 36. Tomorrow's forecast, we have sunny skies. It's going to be a nice cool breeze. with winds coming from the east-southeast at 10 miles per hour with a high of 68. Now let's take a look at our 4-day forecast. We can see that on Saturday we got this beautiful day of a high of 68. And then tomorrow night it's going to have a low of 46, so you may want that jacket just because of the winds and everything like that. But then on Sunday we're going to have a high of 68 again, so it's going to be beautiful. So take the chance to go out and enjoy the sun with a low of 51. Monday it's going to be nice and sunny out with a high of 72, so the highest of our weekend with a low of 55. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have scattered thunderstorms all across the area. It's 50% chance of rain in our area especially, with a high of 63. So Bailey and Courtney, we got this beautiful weekend right now coming up. And so hopefully everybody enjoys it and goes, takes a, this is maybe our last chance for a warm weekend for a while. So
that's right. Definitely looking forward to that weather. It'll be good for the everyone can come out for the men's basketball. The weather will be perfect. Everything will be good.
Exactly, because the sun will be out, so it would be a nice way to enjoy the night.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.